Welcome back to Bloomberg's On the Economy. I'm Kathleen Hayes, and as always, so happy you are here for the second half hour of our show. The Mideast, you know, is enjoying a dramatic economic boom that's transforming much of the region. But prosperity can't be sustained without peace and stability. And more than 700 business leaders and politicians are meeting at a World Economic Forum in Jordan this weekend to talk about ways to accelerate growth and promote peace. Paul Homsey is CEO of Crescent Asset Management with extensive ties to the Mideast, and he joins us with more. Paul, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, start by telling us about those ties, the business you do there, what your background is that you have this connection.
Okay, well, I've been working in the Middle East for almost 30 years. I hate to say how long.
We started when you were about 10. We understand.
Right, that's right. I actually started out as an international lawyer for Westinghouse Electric Corporation, and in the late 70s, that was the first oil boom period, and started traveling out there very, very frequently, setting up joint ventures, doing projects for Westinghouse, and then going into private practice with Sidley & Austin, and I opened an office for them in Saudi Arabia, where I lived for 4 years, and that was about 20 years ago, and I've stayed involved ever since in the Gulf. Migrated from the law, started Crescent Asset Management, which is an alternative asset management company doing both conventional and Islamic products. And also started an investment bank called Integration Capital and Trade to focus on transactions with the Middle East.
So where is your money now in the Middle East? Where are the spots that you can invest? Because I think what many of us see is that the violence that has escalated so much again in Palestine, and Israel again getting dragged in. We have the war in Iraq. We have Iran still saber-rattling. Seems like it's tough to pick your spots.
Well, the GCC states, that's the Gulf Cooperation Council states that are the main oil producers, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman, and the UAE, are going through a tremendous boom. They've been liberalizing their foreign investment regulations to attract foreign direct investment, and have been successful in that. Also, when you go to North Africa and Egypt, for example, the Egyptian stock market last year was one of the best performing in the world. Morocco, Tunis, Algeria also have been liberalizing, attracting foreign investment.
So besides attracting foreign investment, what about the petrodollars? Because I think in the past, one of the reasons many people were critical of the Saudis, for example, is they seem to take not enough of the money to reinvest in their own society and their own people.
Well, that's actually very astute of you, Kathleen. Since I have a perspective of having lived through the first oil boom and now this one, which just started about 2 or 3 years ago, it's very different in many ways. And many of my Saudi friends had mentioned to me back in the late 80s, after their boom turned to bust, we really regret not investing in our society, not investing in technology, homegrown industries, and the leaders in the region are very mindful of this, and they see this new boom as their second opportunity. And last one, they're very mindful of the fact that energy is moving away from oil-based, and they want to invest at home. They've been redeploying dollars from the West, investing in local industries and education and tourism. A lot of these things you've been hearing about in Dubai, but the other Gulf countries have also been going through major expansions.
Tell us about the kinds of industries they're investing in, because we know that this, for example, the Saudi elite and the elites of the region are extremely well educated, and this kind of culturally and historically, this is a region that put a great weight on education, helped develop tremendous mathematical concepts, all kinds of things. So you know there's a legacy for doing, I would think, fairly sophisticated kinds of things. What's going on there?
Well, the primary industry still is oil and oil-based industries. It's one of the natural advantages of the oil-producing part of the Middle East. So it's not surprising that the key industry is investment in downstream petrochemical industries. Throughout that region, they just don't want to be exporters of crude oil. A lot of the value-added industries are in manufacturing of plastic resins and consumer plastic. So that's one of the areas that's been targeted throughout the region. The second is tied to industry, and that is energy-intensive industries. And first and foremost is aluminum and aluminum smelting, which uses tremendous amounts of electricity. So you see a whole slew of aluminum projects occurring. In Dubai, Dubai Aluminum is one of the largest smelters of primary aluminum in the world. Bahrain has a major aluminum smelter. Just the other week, Saudi Arabia announced a joint venture to set up a primary aluminum smelter of $7 billion capital investment. And other investment areas are in high tech. Particularly in the UAE, they've targeted technology-oriented ventures.
Paul, do you see any hope for the region, parts of the region that aren't rich in oil, and the regions where there is violence right now and more of a terrorist threat, homegrown or otherwise?
Well, there is. Of course, for economic prosperity, you need stability, and that region has had more than its share of instability. And it's just been terrible. Of course, the ongoing Arab-Israeli conflict. Palestinians are very bright, capable people. If they had some stability, there's a lot of things they could be doing, which would give their people hope in terms of labor employment. Lebanon is the same, and Egypt.
Okay, well, I hope you'll come back and join us and we can talk about some of these regions in greater depth. Paul Homsey, thanks so much.
Okay, nice talking with you.
Appreciate it very much. So we are going to next return to today's discussion of the move in China on their currency with Mark Chandler. He's global head of currencies at Brown Brothers Harriman's. He's got some interesting views up next.
Fast.
First,
Accurate.
we're able to reach out all around the globe when a story breaks.
Bloomberg Television, a wealth of information.
The latest commodity information brought to you by TOCOM, the Tokyo Commodity Exchange. The latest commodity information brought to you